Okay, okay, I'm recording and you are on the call, right? Okay, if you are on call, yeah, if you are on call, then you should be able to listen. Yeah, just forget about everything, like whoever says about retaining employees. Okay, and this is what I learned from looking at a lot of businesses and looking at a lot of business owners too. This is what I learned. You retain employees by actually retaining them. What I mean by that is you keep employees for a long time by satisfying them. Now, think about this. How do you get customers? Okay, how do you keep customers happy? Right? You, you keep customers happy by doing the quality work for them, right? And you go above and beyond your expectations. That's how you keep the customers. And exactly that's exactly what you do with the employees also. Now, how do you go above and beyond for your employees? Like I'm talking about only A players employees, not B players. Like if someone is not working well in your company, then they will be fired. They must be fired. And I fire people also because it's not personal when it comes to business. The business is a separate entity, a separate organism, living, I would not say living organism, a separate organism that is operating, right? If an employee, like if there is an employee, then that employee is an organ of that company, an organ of that body. Like let's say there is a marketing director in your company, right? And that marketing director is like an organ in human body. Like the human body is the company, the business. The marketing director, let's give an organ, uh, lungs, the lungs. Okay, the lungs. The marketing director is the lungs. If your lungs are not performing well, right, then how do you expect to perform the body, the human body, which is the company, to perform well? Now that's for the marketing manager or director, whoever it is. Now let's give an example of a PR, public relation officer. Let's give an example of a customer success manager or whoever it is. Yes, okay. Let's give an example of that guy. Okay, if you have a customer success manager, relationship manager, whoever it is, let's say that guy is related to liver. And I'm giving a metaphor to compare to human body, right? Because it's much easier to understand this way. If that guy is a liver, let's give an kidney example. If that guy is a kidney in the company, in the human body, now if your one kidney, like if your kidneys are not working well, then how do you expect the whole body to work well, right? Think about that. It's just a simple logic. Your company is the human body, your business is the human body, and your employees who work for you are the organs of your body, organs of your companies. Now, if your organs are not performing well, then you have to treat them well or replace them, right? And I think they even perform heart surgery these days, right? I don't know about the health sectors, but I think they even perform heart surgeries. The main thing is you want your organs to be healthy, you want your employees to be healthy, you want to keep only A players in your company. And how do you do that? You go above and beyond for your employees. To keep your heart healthy, to keep your lungs healthy, what do? You don't smoke, right? You go to gym, you exercise, you eat good food, right? And that's exactly what you do in your company. You pay your company, you pay your employees well, which means you might pay them, let's say on an average in the market, in your industry, on an average, people pay, like other companies pay around $10,000 a month salary, basic salary, right? What you do here is you might pay $12,000 a month. Just give 1.2 times to 1.5 times more to your employees. You might pay $12,000 a month. You might pay a little bit more, like $15,000 a month, where on an average in your industry, other companies are paying only $10,000 a month to that guy. Now, if that guy is an A player, then we keep them. If that guy is not an A player, then we just fire them immediately, because we want our body to function well, because we want our company, our business to perform well, right? And we fire them immediately, and we replace them with another A player. And how do you do that? Right? How do you retain companies? How do you retain employees? You just give them a little bit more, so that they don't have an option in the market to go to another place. If they are an A player and they are performing well in your company, why do you want to replace them? Like, you don't want to replace A players. You don't want a well performing heart from your body, right? Right? Simple logic. You keep your employees by paying them a little bit more. If they are having money problems, you keep your employees by giving them the dopamine hits, like the advertising ratio rule, like after 3 to 1, 4 to 1, you give them something more. You give them surprise gifts, and you keep improving, and you keep doing a little bit, like, I don't know, fun things here and there on. But they must work well, they must do high quality work, they must do more of that, they must work at least 8 to 10 hours or even 12 hours a day. They must work, and they get compensated well too. Like in finance, people work at least 12, I think 10 to 12 hours a day, like if they are in investment banking, because they get paid well. Like they make, I think, 6 figures, like more than 6 figures a year. That's why they work more, because they are satisfied with the money, satisfied with the amount of money they are making, right? And that's exactly what we want to do with our employees. If they are getting paid well, then they will be motivated to work well. And if we have an environment, if we have a culture to allow those A players to work well on their own, then what happens is people just do well on their own, right? People just work well on their own, and there's no competitors in the market who can snatch our employees, because we are paying higher rates, we are giving everything the employees wanted. And same for the clients, we are doing everything we wanted to retain the clients, and we are doing everything we wanted to retain the employees. And yeah, we keep the A player employees. We fire the B player employees, no matter who it is. It doesn't matter. It might be your sister, it might be your younger brother, older brother, younger sister, older sister. It might be your wife. I don't care. If they are not working well, they must go, because if they are not performing well, they must go from the business. And that's why we don't put family members, relatives into our business, because yeah, that destroys relationships. Because if they are not working well, then they must be fired, right? And that does not sound good to them. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the thing is, you pay them well, you keep the environment healthy, whatever. You use these rules, 4:1, 3:1 advertising ratio rule. You use Google's innovation rule to keep things going on in your company, businesses, right? And same thing, like if your employees are happy to work, then they will work overtime happily. Then yeah, man. And if they want to leave, they can leave the company. But where the freaking hell will they go to earn the same amount of money they are earning in your company? Right? Think about it. If you are paying $15,000 a month to them, and if they are earning that much amount of salary, then they will not go somewhere else where the environment is not good, where the culture is not good, and they are getting paid less, like $10,000 or $1,000 a month, right? Think about that. It's not going to happen. And that's how you retain the A players employees over time. And this is just a small trick I learned. I think I'll also upload this audio Yeah, I recorded it. Right? And that's how you keep the A plus employees. The culture of the business, the culture that you treat well people, and the culture that everyone does the work in the company because it's a separate entity from you, and the culture that they also get compensated, they also get paid well. That's what keeps A players employees in your company. And that's what I learned, man. That's all.